Okay, so hello and welcome to our server-side development project. This is the bookstore. The project participants are Nicholas Alexandra, Malgorzata, Cejko, and myself, Cormac, McDonald. So the project proposal. So I'll just run through this really quick. I won't go through the whole report, but I'll just give you the motivation behind it. The bookshop franchise is located in Ireland only, and the shop owner needs a dynamic website to broaden the customer range. Currently, the bookshops only bring in customers in their local general area. There are 4 shops in different counties located all around Ireland, each shop having its own stockroom located in the same building. The shop owner is suffering loss of sales due to the international players opening much bigger stores all around Ireland, with possibly 100 plus stores each, and having a broader range of books with competitive pricing strategies. The owner believes the bookshop can compete with these stores by developing a dynamic website allowing the customer user purchase books online from a wider genre using a competitive pricing strategy. The website will in turn save money on employment and general running services required in the physical retail shop. Although the website will need DBA maintenance and delivery requirements, the advantages of the online store will significantly supersede the physical shop in terms of cost. The owner could carry out their own analysis through customer surveys and general word of mouth to come to their conclusion, whereby this mechanism is now required. The consistency between promotions and sales online and offline is essential to minimize any confusion which could potentially cause legal issues down the line. Okay, so again, I won't run through everything here. I'll just go through the project goals. So the first goal is to build an aesthetic and dynamic front end to lure customers in and allow the shop employees and or administrator update the website. Build an admin profile functionality to allow administrator login. Build a sufficient database linked to stock rooms of each store. Sales and promotions need to be consistent both online and offline. Allow web page space for advertising and develop a cart functionality to allow customers purchase multiple items. Then we can run through the main functionalities and the user stories down here, but instead of going through them here, I'll just take you to the UI. So this is the home page of the bookstore. As you can see, it's very well laid out, and it's quite nice. It would quite easily bring customers in. So just to get straight into it, then you can see that the bookstore title is up here. We have our special offers and new books hard coded in here, and then again we have the bestsellers hard coded down here, and then we have functionality behind the categories as the administrator enters the book. These functionalities work, which I'll go through now in a minute as well. And up here in the bar we have the home. We have the search functionality, about us, contact us as well, the login, log out and register, and the cart functionality here as well. So I suppose the first profile I'll take you through is the administrator. So to log in as an administrator, you just hit the login here. So you can't actually enter anything here. Like it will prompt you to put in a valid email address. So as you can see, it gives you an error message here. So you won't be able to log in or you won't be able to register or log in without using a proper email address. So I'll just put in my email address here. And then then I just hit the login button here. So you can see here it gives me a green message here to tell me my login is successful. So now that I'm in as the administrator, I can go ahead and enter a new book here. So that's the main difference between the two different profiles, the customer and the administrator. The administrator can actually upload new books themselves. So if I just hit the new book button here, so the title of the book, I'll give it Game of Thrones. The author, just write the author name here. Pages if you want, then I can have the cost price here, which is pretty important. And then, yeah, I'm not sure the ISBN. You can have the quantity, the publisher. I'll just give it Penguin for the moment. You can have a description here, and one of the good functionalities here is the image. So you can see in our Cloud9 we have some predefined images here saved in the assets images folder. So if the administrator wants to upload their own books, they can just save the images in here and then enter the JPG file into the image field here. So if I want to add Game of Thrones, I just put in the JPG file here, which is Game of Thrones.jpg, and you can have your release date and supplier here as well. And again, if you want to add your category, so from the 5 categories here, I'll just pick fantasy, and then I can go ahead and create the book by hitting the create book button. So here it gives you a list of everything that's populated that you did already, and then you have the option here to edit. So you can go back in here and edit, or you can go back to the home page. So here you can see now that the book is entered onto the home page. I suppose to show you how these categories work, I'll enter another book. So the book title is Let the Dead Speak. Author cost price again €25. Again, so the way this works is we just enter the JPG file .jpg, and the category is horror. So here I just hit create book. Again, I'm happy with everything here, so I don't need to go back and edit. I can just go back to the home page, and here you can see that there's 2 books populated now. So, so I suppose to show you now the categories functionality. So I can see here that the category here is horror. So if I want to search by all the horror books, I just hit the horror button here, and it gives me the horror books. And then if I want to go to the fantasy books, which has the Game of Thrones, I can just hit the fantasy button here, and again it works for crime, biography, romance and sport as well. Okay, so now that's the main difference between the customer and the administrator profile. So now I'll go into the customer profile. So to do that, I need to hit the logout button here. So when I hit the logout button, you can see it gives me a message to tell me I've successfully logged out, and it gives these buttons now change to buy now, and I can view the details as well. So I'll take you into the cart functionality now in a few minutes, but first of all I just want to show you the search functionality, which is pretty good. So you can enter so it gives you a hint here to search books by title or author, or you can enter the words that are in the books or the author. So it's not case sensitive either. So if I just populate this with Thrones, it should give me the Game of Thrones. So there you go, it gives you the Game of Thrones here. So again, it works with anything really. So let, again, because let is in the title here, it brings up the Let the Dead Speak book. Okay, so moving on then, in the customer profile, we can see the About Us, which is pretty straightforward. It just gives the customer a details of the About Us section, and why or what the bookstore is about. Then again, you have the Contact Us. Again, you have to enter a valid email address here. It gives you an error message. So if you want that to work, you just have to enter a valid email address, and again you can just put your message here, and then if you submit it, it goes to a predefined email set up in the back end. And then you have your login, logout and your register. So before you actually log in. Before I logged in there, I actually have to register my account here. So I've already got my account set up, so I won't take you through that again. So okay, so then the final piece of functionality on the website is the cart. So if I go into the cart tab, you can see at the moment the shopping cart is empty. So if I want to buy a book, then I just go back to the home page, and then you can hit the buy now button, and then it gives me the Game of Thrones here. As you can see, the Game of Thrones is here, and and if I want to go ahead and continue shopping, I just hit the continue shopping button, and it brings me to the home page. So that's it for the website. You can see here on the left and right we left space for advertising, and it's in terms of contributions from the team. All three worked pretty hard to get the website working in the end, but I suppose to narrow it down to who did what. So Malgorzata did the home functionality with the search, and Nick worked on the login, logout, and register functionalities, and the search functionality was worked on by Malgorzata. Sorry, I repeat myself here. And then the about us and the contact us and the cart was worked on by myself, Cormac. I suppose the one of the biggest achievements is the search functionality here, which is very good. It basically it's not, as I said before, it's not case sensitive, and you can just imagine a massive database here. It will give you a pretty good detailed breakdown of all the books, which when you give any sort of word that might be in the title or the author's name. I suppose one of the biggest challenges was getting the cart to work to coincide with the homepage. So having the customer buy now, we sort of had to use some hard code to get it to work in the end. But I suppose if we had a little bit more time and some more resources, we probably would have got it over the line. But it would have taken a couple more minutes. That's it for the website. I think if you have any questions, just get on to myself, Nick, or Malgorzata. Okay, that's it. Thank you.